All right, welcome to the Stephen and Michael Show, the only show on the internet that's hosted by the sexiest man alive. Stephen, come on! Everybody,
Hey!
give a round of applause.
Excuse you, I'm cute too.
Just throw me into the...
Stephen,
Alright.
the sexiest man alive. He was
Show the
voted
viewers
by
this.
Time
And
Mag.
Show the viewers this. Are they seeing this? Are they
George-
seeing this?
what are you talking about? I'm second ugliest man in the privacy of his own home.
I'm
George,
the
Is
ugliest
everyone
man in the
seeing
privacy of his own home.
Show the
No, you're
viewers
not. JonTron has that title.
JonTron is the sexiest man in the privacy of his own home.
No, the ugliest man in the privacy of his own home.
Well, that too.
this. Show them this. Show
Haven't
everyone
you seen
this.
Haven't you seen the most recent copy of What is the Point of This Monthly?
Oh,
Show
you're right.
everyone
I haven't
this.
seen that in a little while.
all right, hold on. It's a dog. Everyone, look at this dog. It's a nice dog.
Look at this
Nice
dog!
dog.
Look at that dog!
Look at that dog!
Look at that dog!
I'm Peach. Hi.
You're gonna make him sound like a little gremlin child, like the original Pidge, right?
I'm Peach. Hi.
Oh, God.
Look at the little gremlin puppy.
He's a very nice dog.
How did they sound? How did he sound? I
So-
can't do gremlin. Do gremlin for me.
Oh my god! Everyone's
Oh.
showing dogs!
There's another dog.
My
Oh,
mojo.
look, Peach, look, there's a friend. Look.
He's a mojo puppy. Come on, buddy. He's just
Your
a
dog's
boy.
name. This is Pitch. Steven, what's your dog's name? This is Pitch.
Mojo.
Say hi.
This is Mojo. He's an old boy, ain't you, buddy? Ain't you, buddy?
Oh, so cute. Such a sweet dog.
You're an old boy, ain't ya? You're an old boy.
Oh, you're just so cute, Pitch. Ooh.
I don't have any dogs in the nearby
Yeah,
vicinity,
that's a boy.
so
Alright.
you're gonna have to excuse me.
You know what? You know what I'm just loving right now?
Are they not
Adorable. Adorable, your stuffed dog.
Mhm.
Well, you know,
Well, I'm not the only one.
it's a sheep.
Shiba Inu.
You know what?
I'm not the
Bro,
only
do you have
one.
a sheep,
You got your friggin' furry
Amaterasu!
video game dog.
What are
No,
you
it's
doing
Chi-
there with that fat man?
No, it's Chibi Tarasu, not Amaterasu.
Chibutarasu.
Anyone have a sheep, bro?
Oh, she was.
I
This
got
is the episode where we all reveal our faces.
Yes, let's
no,
all go.
because
Hi.
I'm here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Peanut Butter Pidge.
Hey.
I made
Well,
I'm
yeah,
the one that
never
likes personality.
toys. I just imagine Hoy is that fedora tipping guy in his avatar. That's what he looks like in real life.
Alright, so I'm going to do something crazy. Not as crazy the time I drank that whole 12 pack, but
That was great. That made for some good TV.
oh yeah. But I have one of these, Bean Boozled.
What's
Oh,
a bean
God.
boozle? What's a bean boozle?
I'm going to explain that for everyone who doesn't know what this is. They're Jelly Belly jelly beans, and some of them are disgusting flavors that look like normal flavors.
So they're like those Harry Potter ones.
Right, but the normal flavors are in, and you cannot tell them apart visibly.
So basically, like, you could be eating chocolate pudding or you could be eating Satan's ass crack and you won't be able
Actually-
to know.
It's chocolate pudding or canned dog food,
I'm gonna be honest. Both sound disgusting. I
Or-
had some.
or coconut or spoiled milk.
I
It's
hate
cinnamon
like
or
all.
Satan's
You have
ass.
not named a single good sounding one. I'm gonna be honest.
Strawberry banana smoothie or dead
I'm writing
fish.
something in the chat.
You
Yeah,
still
I
haven't
saw,
named anything
we'll
that
get
sounds
to that.
good.
It's just,
I wrote something in the chat.
yeah, I saw. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's
Caramel
even
corn
talk
or
about
moldy
the other
cheese.
So I'm like, oh, Pidge, you are just so cute.
Alright, so I'm going to do a couple of these. We'll
How do I
start with
work this app? Sorry.
something light. I'm going to start with something light. We got, it's either going to be berry blue or toothpaste.
Oh God.
Oh,
So
God.
this is something light. It's not going to be as bad as the others.
Let's all pray for Steven right now.
Did I tell you guys I once drank a whole shot glass of toothpaste?
Dicks out for Steven.
Berry blue. Got off
Everyone.
lucky on that one.
Mm-hmm. It was
Got
not. It was
really-
a long time ago.
Dicks out for
Got off
Steven.
really lucky on that one.
Was it berry blue?
Yeah. Alright,
Speaking of which, If you ever find those crazy Pop-Tarts, I had some
Oh, yeah.
A&W Pop-Tarts today. They were the
Wow.
worst thing I've ever had.
What are they?
What
Like-
the fuck?
A&W?
A&W, like
Pop-Tarts.
root beer Pop-Tarts.
You know, that reminds me. There was actually at my supermarket they had on like clearance. They were pink lemonade Pop Tarts.
Nice.
Okay, I had also Orange Crush Pop-Tarts. Those were not that bad. I had PB&J Pop-Tarts. Those were awful. And I also had like s'mores Pop-Tarts, which are delicious.
The peanut butter ones are good.
The peanut butter and jelly ones are not. They taste
I'm
like...
saying the peanut butter ones.
I haven't
I
tried
know-
those.
I have a question for Healy. Did you
Yes.
see the absolute worst AU I ever thought of?
I did not, actually.
Oh, hold on. I have to get it. I will link you to it right now.
Right. All right. So here's the next
I'll link
one.
to it and you will all suffer through it.
I'm going to
You
do
will all
these.
suffer through the
Going to do these
You
periodically.
will all suffer through the worst post I've ever made. Hold on. You will all suffer through the worst post I've ever made.
All right. So this is either going to be lime or lawn clippings.
Oh god.
So let's go.
Got it. It's in the chat right now.
Got a prayer circle.
It's in the chat. It's the worst thing I ever wrote. It's the...
That's lawn clippings.
If I
That's
could...
That definitely tastes like grass. That's lawn clippings.
I
Yeah.
like how you're definitively like, you weren't even like, no, that's definitely grass.
This is the worst. I've made the worst post. This is the worst post I've made.
All right. Go.
I'm sorry. I didn't interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Your beans.
All right.
All right.
He's really flicking those beans into his mouth, right?
Oh yeah.
Humor.
Steven knows all about flicking beans.
This one's either going to be Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Huey, did you see?
Good luck. Good luck.
Did you message it to me on Tumblr or on here? 'Cause
I'm
on
putting it
here,
in the chat. It's in the chat right now.
don't know if I can actually access
That's
that.
Tutti Frutti. All right.
It's in the chat.
Are you going like 3 for 3 on the good flavors right now?
No, 2 for 3.
Well, which one did you get that was gross?
The lawn clippings.
Oh, nasty. Nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, that's just nasty.
Timely reference to a show that's still good. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
I'm being facetious.
Define good.
Well, it's
Mike,
good
you
for
can-
nothing.
It's the link in the chat.
It's better than the show it was a spin-off of.
Honestly, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Cleveland's show was the worst show in the universe.
How dare you?
I actually watched an episode of it last night with Tierney, and I was just aghast at how stupid it was. It was terrible.
I don't know, man. To me, it's like any Sex McFarlane show that's explicitly trying not to be political gets a point in my book.
See, I wish he would have stuck to being political because.
Alright,
that
Chief,
was-
I'm sending it to you in chat, and I'm sending it to you on Tumblr if you don't see it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
The episode of the Cleveland show I saw was just a bunch of like racist stereotypes.
Isn't
was
that?
like-
Oh, you weren't missing much then. That's the entirety of the Cleveland show, and I think I watched the entirety of it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was better than the Family Guy episodes going on at the
It's-
time.
I'm sorry. I can't. Don't
Cleveland
make
show.
me
I
think
will
about
give it
that.
this. I will give it this. When it had every time Kanye West was on it, it was pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye West playing the small douchebag Kenny West.
Oh yeah, that was funny. All right,
So,
I'm going to do another one.
oh, which one are we doing this time, Steven?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Huey? I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Don't make me think about that. Why do you have to do this to me? Like, do.
What are you thinking about?
All right.
Terrible, terrible things.
This one's either going to be strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
Please be strawberry banana smoothie.
Maybe dead fish. It's like eating out a mermaid.
Yo,
Oh,
Jack,
fuck you, Hugh. Fuck you. Oh.
Oh,
you
listen,
really like that mermaid pussy, eh?
Yo, Jack, hold on.
This is your life if you live with a mermaid.
but
Don't
wait,
fuck mermaids.
do mermaids? But that's the thing, isn't that the age-old question? Do mermaids have a pussy or
They would
not?
have a cloaca, probably.
They would indeed have a cloaca of some kind, yes.
Oh yeah, gonna slip my slippery little eel right up that cloaca.
Oh, he's smiling.
A whole new world. Wait, that's the wrong song. Damn it!
Under the sea.
You
Under the sea. Dun, 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 dun.
know it's better down where it's wetter. Take
Take it from me.
My grandmother once got mad at me for singing that part. I'm like, Nanny, it's in the frickin' song. I'm
Who's
singing out
smiling?
of the gutter.
The seaweed is always greener when somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake.
Hey. Copyright.
Oh fuck! I forgot that we're on YouTube. My singing is too. No wait, we're saved. My singing is too bad to be considered music.
I put
Yeah,
something
there you go.
horrible in that.
I don't know what that means.
She's going to make a lot of Voltron references because she really likes Voltron.
Yes,
Ugh.
I did.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Is it just in relevant news? Is it just like the art style that turns you off for Voltron, or what? Can you
Just-
elaborate, Michael?
I can't explain it. I've seen so much of it all over my dashboard that I am just completely and utterly uninterested in watching it. And the art style too, it just makes me nauseous. It looks all pastely and
It's done by the same team that did Avatar.
I don't care. If the team who did Avatar animated Mr. Pickles, I still wouldn't watch it. I just don't like it. It doesn't look like it appeals to me. I never cared about the original Voltron. The original Voltron never interested me. The same thing, and it comes with an art style that makes me feel queasy just looking at it. The colors
Damn.
do not.
Mr. Voltron is pretty good.
All right.
I'm not gonna make any judgments on it. I've never watched it, and I don't
All right.
really plan on watching it. I'm just completely fatigued from seeing it, and
All right. This next one's either going to be Juicy Pear or Booger.
You want
Juicy
to tell
pair of
who's
what?
in it?
it's gonna
Keely,
be.
you want?
What's that?
All right, Juicy Pear or Booger. Let's go.
Is this
You
the
wanna tell
one
him who's
from
in
the episode? Steven eats jelly beans in hopes they don't kill him.
Oh, it's Juicy Pear. Juicy Pear. Good.
Oh, thank God. What the fuck would a booger taste like? Oh my God, I don't even want to imagine.
Hello.
I think I know. I know what they taste like. Salty.
I'm sorry, I don't know
That's
what
what
that.
Katie just said.
I don't.
Now you're
I was
plagiarizing,
the kid who ate the boogers in school.
or maybe women both think the same thing about boogers.
Yeah, the real.
No, I've eaten something else that was very salty by accident, but
Oh, Michael.
Was it a dick?
Oh! I'm called a puppy! He's right here.
You're gonna hurt its virgin ears, man.
Just 3 months.
well,
He's just a
everyone's gotta lose their ear virginity eventually. I might as well.
Oh. Oh.
You're not talking about a dog.
Ear virginity.
That was
We're talking about
Dude,
Family Guy.
Directed by Seth
They
Rogen.
fuck each other in the ears. Meg gets fucked in the ear by her boyfriend.
Oh, that was a hilarious scene from one of the earlier seasons.
I think.
Man,
Yeah.
they don't make Family Guy like they used to. It makes me sad.
All right, we
Speaking
got
of-
another one.
Oh, that's what you.
One more before we go into something else.
Baby
This
dog.
is either going to be peach or vomit.
All right. Oh.
Which
You
means
are
that the
going to
peach
kill
is
us with
bad,
how
it's gonna be
disgusting
vomit
this
anyway.
shit is, aren't you?
My fingers are crossed for you, Steven. I'm hoping it's.
Come on, peach.
More like Princess Peach, am I right?
Something tells me that wasn't Peach.
I've been listening to Junior Vella read Onision's crappy books.
I don't think he got the Peach one, guys.
I don't. Yeah, he's not.
He got either Peach or Vomit, and he just right before he muted his mic, it looked like he was about to puke.
Is Steven okay?
I think he died. He got the vomit jelly bean.
The best part about eating vomit is that you taste it twice.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears because today we have lost a great man. A man who means the world
What's
to
up
all
for
of us.
Steven?
Steven was a great man. He saved my life in Vietnam when fucking Hey Arnold left me behind with my entire platoon to die at the hands of the Viet Cong. But Steven, he came in with the chopper and he saved us all.
You're calling back to that joke? That is a really
Dick-
bizarre joke. That didn't make
Dicks
sense the
out for
first time.
All right, I'm back.
Steven,
We had our
why?
dicks. Dude, we had our dicks out for you and everything.
So
So,
how do you pay that necromancer that brought you back to life anyway?
have you ever like threw up a little bit of your mouth and you get that awful taste?
Yeah.
Steven,
So bad that it actually makes you throw up again. Yeah, that's about what happened.
Steven, we had our dicks out for you, man. We had our dicks out.
I mean,
This
thank
is a
you.
reference to a Vince Vaughn comedy from the early 2000s. I'm so heartbroken right now.
We had our dicks out. We had our dicks
So
out for
if
you.
you couldn't
Steven.
tell, that was the vomit flavored ones.
What? I thought it was
Really?
peach flavor. I thought you were just allergic to peach.
I'm
I
from
actually have a
Georgia. You can't be allergic to peaches down in Georgia.
I actually have a friend who's allergic to peaches. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that because now Tierney's gonna try and slip peaches into everything when she comes over.
Peace,
Damn.
Tierney, what the fuck?
Tierney does not like my friend at all because my friend is he's very
Horrible.
sometimes yes.
Don't say words that you'll later come to regret, Michael.
She's she's a nice girl, but sometimes she has her moments of not being so good.
Oh god.
Shut the
She's
fuck up.
Damn.
Sorry.
I
yeah.
haven't.
wow.
Hold on, since I can't get a fucking word in edgewise.
I just want to say for the record that I very much love my girlfriend, and every time I tell her to shut the fuck up, I mean it with the utmost love and respect for her. I just want this to be perfectly clear to everyone on the internet that I very much love my girlfriend. And
You
I
said
By the
shut
way-
the fuck up to a woman. That's illegal.
By the way, I'm about to eat another berry blue or toothpaste. Hopefully it's toothpaste to get the taste out of my mouth.
No, but really, I have actually taken a shot of toothpicks before.
Nice.
It's not pleasant.
All right, toothpaste.
Oh, nice.
Does it taste
All right,
like
so-
actual toothpaste, or does it taste like just an overwhelming amount of bad gum?
When are we
No,
talking
it tastes
about
like toothpaste.
how
It tastes like minty toothpaste.
Alright, guys, there's something I wanted to talk about. I was actually kind of talking to it about Steven before the show
Is it the
started.
Powerpuff Girls again?
No,
No.
not this time. This time it is about JonTron.
What happened?
Not anything bad, but like, so you see, we were talking about his new video, and I mentioned to Steven that like, for a while I've been considering something that one of my best friends told me a while ago. She was talking to me about how John's newer videos kind of like lacked the sort of soul and the intimacy his older videos did. Like he seemed like his videos were overproduced, and like I didn't agree at the time, but the other day I watched James Rolfe's latest episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd, and I realized that John kind of has sacrificed something. Like James Rolfe, I noticed his video are the same as they were when he started. The only thing he's changed, he got a better camera. He's still doing the same exact style of review he's been doing for like a decade, and it's still funny. John's kind of gotten like really big and big budget and flashy, and he's kind of sacrificed the goofy, low budget charm he used to have.
He's doing the nostalgia critic thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of is, but
You remember, right when Nostalgia Critic came out, for those unacquainted, right when the Nostalgia Critic came back, I should say, he started doing a lot more big, elaborate reviews that had a lot of character moments and live-action skits and shit. And you know what? They were mostly terrible.
what? No, what? No,
But
no.
he eventually, he did actually go back to a return to form and start. His skits became less frequent, but better. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, like, I think the thing was, he's always been trying to improve. Like, he really wants to be an actor, Doug.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you always get off to, no one just starts off on the right foot. He has definitely gotten better. Like, I actually watched his Ghostbusters review, and I think it's one of his best reviews ever. He did a really good.
I have that piece in my lap right now.
There was a couple of things in the review that I didn't like. Like, I didn't like how, I mean, obviously, when you're talking about Ghostbusters, you have to have, like, the because he had the crazy rabid fans. He had the crazy people calling everyone a woman hater if you don't.
They brought back the quote unquote meninist characters, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like that. I felt like I guess in this context, it's not horrible because you got to have the straw misogynist characters because there were a lot of people being like that.
Well, the thing is, the whole message of the review is that people were pulling this movie way out of proportion, and it doesn't deserve any of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
But the whole concept of that review was basically show all the all the straw sides of it, and then come to the conclusion that, you know what, this is all stupid. This movie isn't that bad. It's also not good. It doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, which movie?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
We ended up getting a little off topic and talking about Doug Walker, but yeah.
Yeah. I saw some of that review. Yeah, he was showing straw mans of each side.
It's actually a really good review, and honestly, it doesn't make me want to watch the movie, but like it made me realize that I've been going about like the thing all wrong, because like the movie is not. I don't think I should judge the movie based on how awful the marketing campaign was.
Although
I looked at it, it wasn't a good-looking trailer. It didn't make me laugh, and a comedy movie is supposed to make you laugh in the trailer, and if the trailer's not doing that, something's wrong.
It is an entirely pointless movie to exist. But
very much.
It's no worse. It's really, on paper, it's no worse than remaking RoboCop. I was about to call it Robert Cop.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's like, and then a lot of people didn't like it because they're just tired of reboots.
I'm with them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw the new Total Recall. It was bad. I saw the new RoboCop. It was bad.
The new Judge Dredd was all right.
You know what doesn't?
That's because it wasn't a reboot of anything. The original Judge Dredd was so bad it's good.
Rebooting comic book movies usually isn't a bad idea, though, because comic book movies, they kind of get a free pass because comic books are constantly changing and superheroes have millions of ways to be interpreted.
Unless you're Spider-Man.
Well,
Sorry to throw a monkey wrench at what you're trying to
Oh,
say.
yeah, but, yeah.
There's actually...
People started reboots. Like, people keep joking about the eventual Back to the Future reboot.
Oh, God.
Like, that's going to eventually
Not
happen.
you stupid fuckers!
You know what reboot, or not really a reboot, actually looks good, though, and that I'm very reassured about now?
Which one?
The Jumanji one, because apparently Dwayne Johnson has said that it's not really a reboot, it's more like it's a sequel to the original.
Really? Yeah.
That's weird.
My brother told me that, and you know what?
Wait, they're doing a new Jumanji?
Yeah, with Dwayne Johnson.
I hadn't heard about this.
Already, that kind of had me on the fence, because
to be fair, you could do something different with Jumanji since the movie itself was based off a really short story.
Yeah.
You can't do something as tasteless as Ghostbusters is. Well, tasteless like wait for this guy to die and then make a reboot of it.
I mean, listen, if there's any actor that I would trust to honor the memory of Robin Williams, it's definitely Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson's one of the nicest people in Hollywood. So
I love Dwayne Johnson.
Oh yeah, we all want to suck on the rock, but
Dwayne Johnson,
that mineral.
I crave the mineral. Damn it!
We all crave the mineral. Bringing back those 2013 memes.
Remember when memes were terrible?
Yeah,
they've always been terrible.
Okay, but
from the peanut gallery.
I love Dwayne Johnson.
But I mean, a movie, a thing like that. I mean, the source material itself didn't already have a lot to it, and they added a lot of stuff for the movie. So something like that, you could do your own interpretation of the source material for a reboot.
I mean, to be quite frank, they've already tried making a spiritual sequel to Jumanji. Remember Zathura?
That was a pretty good one, though.
That was a decent movie,
but it was an entirely forgettable movie to exist.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty forgettable.
Dude, let me speak. Zathura is literally the other side of the Jumanji board.
What? Really?
Zathura is literally the other side of the Jumanji board.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I think it is.
No, it's not. It's literally just a thing that was made up in the vein of Jumanji.
Yeah, it's just a different. It's a spiritual successor. It's
It's a spiritual reboot kind of thing. It's like
with Kristen Stewart.
But wouldn't it be cool if it was? Wouldn't it be cool if it was? Wouldn't it be cool if it was?
maybe, I don't know, but it's just that Zathura was yeah, it's just a spiritual reboot, I guess you can call it that.
I mean, it was
It's
made
almost
like
like
10, 20 years later, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a new movie made in the vein of another movie.
I'll always remember though, like towards the beginning of that movie, one of the kids is playing like one of the levels of Jack 3 on the TV, and the other kid just fucking shuts off his video game console, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. He's on the way to kill Viger, you fucking asshole.
Oh god, I love the
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter games.
Oh man, the Ratchet and Clank games are so much better.
Oh, hold on, I found something.
No, you're wrong. You're objectively wrong.
That is an objectively true statement.
That's
Hold on, wait,
objectively
Ratchet
wrong?
and Clank, I was actually talking to my
Hold
brother
on, guys,
about
I found something.
Okay.
Zathura, the book, was literally the sequel to Jumanji, the book.
Okay.
Oh, I got the Wikipedia article right here.
So it was just a sequel made 10 years later. That's really weird.
I did.
All right,
right.
let me read this then. All right.
Alright, but yeah, I was actually talking to my brother in the car earlier about it. We both kind of agreed. My brother loves the games, but we both kind of agreed that Ratchet and Clank games are really only good for like one playthrough, because after that you're just too OP on the second playthrough, and it's just not as fun.
You're right, but at least it gives you replay incentive as opposed to the Jack games. You own 100% Jack. You never have to.
Are you kidding me? I have 100% completed Jack and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy 100 times. That's the legend in my house.
I played through Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3 multiple times too. What's your point?
The point is, you don't need some incentive for a game to have
See
replayability.
the Wikipedia article I listed.
Then what you're getting at is totally out the window. You can't say a game is only good for one playthrough
No, but you're saying that there's an incentive for replayability. I'm saying that there doesn't need to be an incentive. Jack and Daxter is replayable even without.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. It's kind of not exactly a sequel. It's a book by the same author, and it does make references to Jumanji. Like when they find the game, they also find Jumanji at the same time, but they don't want to play it.
Oh my god! Why didn't they have a Jumanji Zathura crossover? Jumanji versus Zathura.
Because that would have been
Kristen Stewart versus
insane.
Robin Williams.
How do you do that? Do you play both games at the same time?
Giraffes in space. Can you imagine that?
Yes.
How would you cross those over? Would you just play the game?
A meteor shower, but the meteors are just filled with giant spiders.
And they're
How
monkeys.
How would you
Astronaut monkeys.
crossover? Would you just
The
play
Russian
both games at
cosmonaut
the same time? Would you just, play both games at the same time or something?
Space chimps.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Remember
fuck
that
off.
movie's existence?
fuck off, Michael. Just fuck off.
Whoa.
You struck a
Fuck you for
chord.
reminding me of that goddamn film.
I've actually never seen it. It looked terrible, so I
It
just
looks
kind of
really bad, and there were 2 sequels apparently.
You're lucky I have a
So
job
which
with
movie?
you.
Space chimps.
Oh, spaceships. Yeah, that was weird.
Speaking of terrible movies, there's something I kind of want to talk about because I keep getting pulled into.
Ghostbusters.
No, not Ghostbusters. We already moved past that. This is something I keep getting pulled into on my blog. I have a friend on Tumblr, and she.
No, you don't.
Pretty baby. I have the
I'm
cutest
sorry.
on my lap right now.
You just destroyed my balls worse than Arnold Schwarzenegger did to every character in The Running Man. I swear to God, I just watched that movie with Tierney. Arnold Schwarzenegger destroys the nuts of every character. Like, every character gets smashed in the groin by Arnold. Or someone else.
Come here, Poof.
That's how he communicates with others. He smashes their groins. Okay, but back on topic.
Sorry.
I have a friend on Tumblr.
I have the cutest little puppy with me right now.
But
And,
So how much did we mention about that recent JonTron? Did we mention actually what it was about?
okay, let's do that first, and then I'll tell you about this friend. Let's talk about JonTron. Because we kind of flew off the handle onto a million other things. Alright, so yeah. The new JonTron was about a famous chick tract.
Which one?
Chick
That's
track,
more
right?
specific.
For those
It
of you
was,
who don't know, chick tracts are a bunch of stupid, conservative, bullshit, religious mumbo jumbo gumbo.
Comic
Spouted,
books.
he spouted it out by the religious version of Alex Jones.
Basically.
Ew.
Sounds fun.
I'm surprised Jack Chick doesn't believe that there are reptilians infiltrating the highest levels of government.
He might. But he's
Might.
not in his books.
What?
David
The
Jacobs-
lizard man want to take away our Jesus!
Jesus was a lizard man from the planet behind the sun.
How else would he regenerate?
And
Dude,
that,
this is what
oh my
Chick
God.
actually believes.
I think he cracked the Vinci Code. Jesus was a lizard man. He wanted us all to masturbate and jiggle the lizard titties.
It all makes sense now. But yeah, this was a specific.
Explained why in Luke 24:7, Jesus is described as a 7-foot-tall lizard man, and it said, and lo and behold, Jesus' tail hath swept upon the table of the Palestinians.
After Jesus went extinct for your sins.
Yeah,
We
a
all
couple
know
verses
that
later, you
Jesus
also read,
3-foot
hey,
long cock.
check out this shit. And then he does a sweet dunk.
That was my
that's
favorite part of the Bible.
that's how I like to believe the Bible goes.
I mean,
I
haven't
should
you read
rewrite
that
the Bible. It's
That
cool.
burning bush must have been a burning bush of some kind, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I think we were talking about JonTron. So
Right, but this specific chick track is one of the more infamous ones. That being Dark Dungeons.
Sounds like the name I gave my ass.
Michael, would you mind pulling up some pictures of the Dark Dungeons chick
Oh,
track?
fuck, my fucking phone, fuck!
Okay. Alright.
Sorry, guys, my phone fell.
hey, I'm the one
But,
who fucking swears profusely on this show. Relax.
Thank
but-
God I didn't. Just be
There will
grateful I
be
didn't
less
drop the
dick
dog.
references.
What
But,
is it?
Just be
What about my
Guys, be
dick?
grateful I didn't drop the puppy. Be grateful I didn't drop him.
Okay, but you see, this chick track was released in 1984, I want to say.
One starring Tom Hanks.
No, you're
What?
thinking of something else. No.
Maze of Dark Maze of Fuck.
Mazes and Monsters.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you're thinking of Mazes and Monsters. No. During this time, I want to say 1984. This was during the height of Dungeons and Dragons popularity.
Who made a short film based on this? Who was stupid enough?
Is it a short
They
film or is
did.
it a regular?
It's a full film.
Who made a film based on this? Who would?
That's what I want to know. That's what I'm going to get to in a minute. But yeah, Dark Dungeon was a really interesting. But it was a really interesting thing. It was during the time when where Dungeons and Dragons was at the height of its popularity, and as you know, anything popular must be satanic and trying to warp the children into worshiping the devil.
Of course. That's why we all played Doom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna come on and say it. This chick right here is pretty fucking hot. I would friggin' convert her to some.
Right, but basically the story, and you can watch the JonTron episode if you want, but the story follows a couple of college girls, super Christian college girls who fall into the evils of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
and they try to sacrifice one of them to the devil. And this whole thing is really hilarious, and at the end they have a preacher telling the one girl who doesn't commit suicide that she needs to repent by throwing away all her Dungeons and Dragons manuals and burning books, such as the books written by C.S. Lewis and Tolkien.
C.S. Lewis and Tolkien, the two devout Christian men.
Yes, those evil demonic works that warp children. Yes, written by two of the most, basically Jesus the Lion.
So, I mean,
Basically Lion Jesus.
why does it have such a low IMDb?
Fucking Narnia ripoff.
Okay, why does this have such a low rating when it's clearly satirical? Like,
Right, that's what I don't know. I don't know if this movie was made by this movie was made in 2014, I believe, right?
yep, 2014.
Right. and it's an officially licensed movie, I believe, and that I want to know, was this movie done as a joke, or did a religious group actually do this?
I'm gonna pull Poe's law on this one. I'm pretty sure they're doing this in earnest.
Come on, calm down, Demi, please.
Yeah, please.
Sorry.
It's got to be a joke. You can't have fucking Cthulhu show up.
I'm
Can we see
pulling
the
Poe's law on
company
this
credits on this? Can we find
What?
what company did this?
What?
What is it?
Can we find what
What?
company did this movie?
Who showed
let's
up?
see.
What? Who showed up in this movie? What?
Michael, can we try to see if we can find the
Yeah,
company?
I'm looking. The protection company would be on IMDb. Let me see.
Right,
We live in a world where God is not dead got a sequel. I'm betting you
Company
anything this was done
credits.
in earnest.
Here we go. Rawls Film and Zombie Orpheus Entertainment.
That sounds horrible.
yeah, so I want to know, was this done by a religious group, or is this...
Zombie Orpheus Entertainment is behind such movies as The Gamers.
Wait, I think the game was.
Humans in Households?
Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
They did co-production on this.
So I
Let's
want to
kill your
know...
children.
So,
So, I mean, I'm guessing that this was made as a joke to parody the Chick track, but Jack Chick just didn't get it because he has no sense of humor.
that's what I want to think. Yeah, I want to know, was this something done to...
What the hell is that ampersand at symbol? What the fuck? How the fuck were you supposed to read that?
Demi, please.
How on earth are you supposed to read that right there? Number
So
4.
much swearing everywhere in this episode.
And so me. I'm supposed to be the one who swears profusely.
Yeah.
Thunder.
You're the only one allowed to
Say
fucking
fuck.
swear.
That's what I'm
Let
trying
the
to...
butter page say fuck.
That's what I'm trying to get down here, though. Was this done as an actual an actual legitimate, Christian film trying to do this, or is this somebody who decided, let's do this as a joke?
Maybe TV tropes can tell us. We usually have trivia.
I'm still saying Poe's law on this one.
Is that a Five Nights at... Why were you looking up Five Nights at Freddy's?
I look up a lot of things. I like to read.
He wants to fuck Foxy.
Oh my
No,
God.
you
Disgusting.
like a bubble guy, don't you?
Disgusting sickos.
You
I
want
don't
to
want to fuck
Bubble
anyone.
Guy.
They're all a bunch of dead children.
Just Chica.
I have standards.
That's
I
not
want
a true statement.
guard. I don't know what the
I
guard
don't know if this is the web video. We're looking for the movie.
The filmmaker officially obtained the
Kickstarter,
license
of
for
course.
Chicken Fix Gloves. He
Kickstarter.
also made a mockumentary about the fictional church group that made the movie.
Oh, so this is a
So this is satirical. Okay.
Okay, so this is satire. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, they summoned Cthulhu in it. I'm pretty sure you can't really not.
I mean, also,
Yeah,
if you
cannot
listen
be-
to the Dungeons and Dragons shit they say, that's surprisingly accurate for something that clearly shouldn't know anything about it.
It's the same people who made The Gamers.
The Gamers.
The Gamers
Yeah.
is that movie, The Darkness Rising.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, they did this as a parody. Like this.
Okay, so this is just satire. That's why all the acting in it's just really over the top and hammy
But why did
on
this?
purpose.
I feel like this just got such a low rating on IMDb simply out of a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, I guess
right.
some people didn't get that this was satire.
Did John point out that it was a satire in his own?
I think he said so at the end.
Yeah, he said something like, "Yeah, this is Poe's law." Oh wait, look at that.
Hey.
Can I do that?
It's easy
Can
to
I do
tell
the-
that the creators of this do not subscribe to Jack Chick's views on
Hang on,
RTV.
But the portrayals of RPGs as satanic is played completely straight, so it's played for irony, but not a parody.
I want to see some. I was hoping. See, I was one of those people that saw the trailer to God Is Not Dead and was hoping it would be an intelligent discussion.
So who's the work? So who would you make?
Oh, it's basically
Being
it's
a
like
movie
that.
like
It's
parody God's
Starship
Not Dead.
Troopers.
Okay, so it accurately represents the source material and shows just how stupid it is. It's a stealth parody. Okay.
Okay, it's one of those.
So see, if you like Starship Troopers, you'll probably like this, and if you have a brain, you like Starship Troopers.
What's wrong with Starship Troopers?
There's nothing wrong with Starship Troopers. It's one of the greatest science fiction movies ever
Yeah,
made.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
What
The
about
sequels,
Space
but
Yeah,
Ghost?
especially if you've seen it, unlike me.
Hold up.
Starship
You need
Troopers.
to start watching stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of movies, let me get into the next segment where I will talk about this friend
Powerpuff Girls again.
My puppy is so
no, we're not talking about that until something extreme happens.
Mojo Jojo Dab.
What?
Oh yeah, they had Mojo Jojo dab for one of the like the commercial things.
We really can't go a single episode without talking about that fucking show, can we?
No, this is the Stephen and Michael show. We talk about the Powerpuff Girls.
I didn't want to talk about them. We're not. That's it. That's the
They're
end
all
of that. We're
season.
not.
There's nothing to talk about right now.
Alright, so let me talk about this friend I have. I have this friend on Tumblr, and I'm sure you've seen because I reblog some of her posts sometimes with my own commentary. She
Are that freaks?
Powerpuff Girls.
She is very much anti-MCU, like extremely.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Yes.
Let me just preface all this by saying that she is a very nice person. I like her a lot. She is a great neutral, but I absolutely cannot stand her opinions on Marvel, DC, or anything like that. Like, I get preferring one over the other. That's fine, I'm not gonna judge you if you
It's a
like.
console war thing. You gotta
It's
pick
like-
something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge anyone for liking Batman versus Superman over fucking Ant-Man, or if you prefer Civil War to Suicide Squad. I am not gonna, like, you know what? It's all personal taste, but like, you can't be a dick about it. You don't be a dick about what you like and what you don't. And sometimes it's just like, it drives me crazy, especially like when she's blogging shit like fucking Doctor Strange is some fucking racist thing, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe and fucking Marvel is sabotaging DC.
Marvel is not sabotaging.
Believe it or not, Michael, I actually
Can I look up something now?
I'm following something on the same level. I've been following this guy since around the time I've been following you, Michael. He's the guy that runs that Forgotten Animation blog, and he's actually a pretty cool guy most of the time. But god damn it, he needs to learn to shut the fuck up about Marvel sometimes. Like,
You guys,
he
hold
needs
on.
to hop off DC's dick for a moment and realize that maybe not every movie DC's made in the past 10 years has been perfect.
Like, okay, I want to say something that I've been like kind of thinking about for a while, because this does tie into all this. But the thing with that DC fans don't seem to understand about the negative reception to the movies is it's not a conspiracy, because competition would not want to sabotage their competition, because that's just entirely bad for business. I don't know why I need to explain this. If you sabotage your competition, not only does it make you look bad, but there's no market. If you're the only thing on the market, you're not going to be able to thrive very good, because people are going to get sick of you eventually.
Believe it or not, this argument, this thing where they have fanboys and people who jump the gun and take sides, that's exactly what they want.
The thing is, with Marvel's been around for what, like, almost 10 years now. We've had 10 years worth of Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Almost 20.
Over that time, we've had a lot of ups and downs. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has produced some of the greatest superhero films ever: Civil War, Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Ant-Man, and it's produced some...
Avengers
The
2.
Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Avengers
oh yeah.
2.
And then it's produced some movies that aren't so good, like Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3.
I really hate Iron Man 3, but that's just me.
I don't hate Iron Man 3 either. Iron Man 2 is really the only MCU movie that I honestly hate, and I still don't think it's the worst superhero movie ever anymore, but I'll get into that in a while. But like, not everything Marvel's done is perfect. Marvel has made some pretty bad moves. They've made some pretty bad movies. They've had executives screw up the movies, like Age of Ultron. I like Age of Ultron quite a bit, but I'll admit that it was a mess.
It had some problems. I like Age of Ultron too.
Age of Ultron, it was too dense with humor, and the story was really kind of a mess.
I'm a person who at one point said I like Age of Ultron more than the Avengers, and I will admit Age of Ultron had some glaring problems.
Yeah, but the thing is, people are out. The thing is, people are outspoken about Marvel's problems. People, whenever Marvel screws something up, whether I actually agree with it or not, people will say something about it. People complained about the Bruce Natasha romance, which I didn't agree with. That didn't really bother me. They complained about too much humor in Age of Ultron. They complained about the Mandarin twist in Iron Man 3. They complained about the casting of the Ancient One in the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, which
they complained about the lack of Nova. They complained about.
And yeah, Marvel fans are constantly criticizing things in Marvel's movies, and Marvel is in turn trying to work to improve. They've given, after what happened with Age of Ultron, they've been giving more control to the directors, so there's less meddling. They fixed the Mandarin thing, though it remains to be seen if anything is followed up on that. And there's a lot of, they're trying their best to, prove to all of us that, Marvel is a production company you can trust. We can trust them to make the superhero movies we want to see. Now, the Ancient One thing and the Mary Jane casting are kind of, shooting themselves in the foot, but...
Well, you gotta understand the reasons behind the Ancient One casting.
Yes, I do. Like, I can get into that in a minute because I have talked about this so much, but...
There's no right answer.
Yeah, pretty much. There was just no way Marvel was going to win with this character because no matter what, there was going to be a problem. And,
but they just went with the...
To their detriment, they chose the absolutely worst possible option they could have.
Yellowface would have been the worst possible option.
Okay. China is one of the biggest markets for movies. Yeah. They chose the best considering China.
They could have chosen an actual Chinese person, though. They would have gone, like the interchangeable Asian.
Can you imagine for a moment a reality where the Mandarin was a crazy witch with a Fu Manchu and magic rings, and he was Chinese? The man's name is the Mandarin. Can you imagine the hissy fit people would throw about how racist that would be?
Well, I mean,
same thing here.
And also, you gotta remember where this part of the movie takes place. I believe it takes place in Tibet.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want a Chinese actor for that because of the Tibetans. But if you have a Tibetan actor, then you got problems with the Chinese.
Oh no! But wait, they changed the setting to Nepal.
Yeah, they do that too. But there's just so much.
I bet that'd be a problem.
But it's like, they could have. I just feel like they should have. Like, was George Takei not available?
I feel like choosing a white actor was the least worst thing they could have done with that.
But, I mean, why couldn't they gotten an Asian? Like, George Takei probably would have done it. I mean, I don't know if he would have.
I mean, it's hard to tell what George Takei does sometimes. He makes some strange movies.
Knowing the stuff going on, that whole area with all that stuff, I feel like this may be the least worst option.
Well, I don't know. I feel like they could have just. I feel like they could have just gone with an Asian, and it would have caused less controversy than casting some white chick.
Who's the white chick?
The Ancient One.
Who's the white chick?
The Ancient One. I don't know the actress's name. Like
probably someone nobody.
Some blonde.
Swinton.
Charlie. It's not Charlize Theron. Is it Charlize Theron? No. She was in Mad Max, right? Who the fuck is it? It's Tilda Swinton. That's it.
I just said that, losers.
All right, so.
Jesus.
But yeah.
I apologize.
Marvel takes criticism into account for the most part. They've just had a couple of hiccups lately that are getting the backlash that they not entirely deserve, but they deserve something. Maybe not to the extent that they're getting. The thing with DC is their fans just blindly accept everything they put out.
Absolutely.
They do
Yeah.
not take any criticism well. I am going to say for the record, I have liked all 3 of the films DC has made. But with that being said,
You know what reminds me of
I am
plants?
very well aware that these movies are incredibly flawed and have a lot of room for improvement. One of the things I love about them is they have some of the best iterations of the characters I have ever seen. Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot are all just perfect as their
Jason
characters.
Momoa too. Can't forget Jason Momoa.
I love. Yeah, we haven't really seen much of him yet, but like I am totally on board with his casting.
The Arrow's supposedly all their shows are supposed to be killer.
Yeah,
the shows
good.
are really good.
And Margot Robbie, Will Smith, and Viola Davis, those are all great casting choices. I love the characters when they go into
No,
the
you see
characters.
my
Like
icon? You guys see my icon right
they've
now?
done with they've done with Batman, and they've done with
Jolene.
Yeah, I think Margot Robbie would make a great Jolene.
I don't know, but what you were saying, Michael, is
Maybe.
that yeah, they have a lot of great casting choices, a lot of great choices in some areas, but the problem is they hire directors with a vision.
Yeah.
That's what I was probably gonna get into next. It's like the characters are so good. Like the characterization on most of the characters is really good. The problem is the storytelling is always such a mess, and I feel like DC is trying to rush into a cinematic universe. Marvel built it up over several films.
I've mentioned this in the last episode.
Yes,
actually,
you did.
DC's cinematic universe should have been handled like DC's animated universe.
Yeah, DC does such a good job with the animated film.
As I said before, and I'll say again, Marvel does a better job with movies, while DC does a better job with cartoons.
And Marvel has only had like 2 or 3 good cartoons to their name.
And
They've had
I like the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. I know why, and I understand why a lot of people don't like Amazing Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, the Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah.
Drake Bell does a really great job, but
Actually, he's a pretty good Spider-Man.
Hold on, guys. I have to ask something. I have to ask something. Have you guys seen Josh Keaton reading those Spider-Man memes?
Oh yeah,
Yes, I have.
That was great. See, Spectacular Spider-Man was gone before its time.
Josh Keaton was probably the best Spider-Man, and probably just the best Spider-Man. I could probably just say that.
Yeah.
Just like I can say Mark Hamill is the best Joker. I can do that.
Who was the best Spider-Man? Who did you say?
Josh Keaton.
Maybe. I mean, I love the new guy that they got. For
I
Civil
haven't
War.
seen that, so I can reserve judgment on him.
I think he, like, in his brief screen time, I felt like he perfectly captured what Peter Parker.
Yeah. But
I can't wait to see more of him though.
But like I said, Marvel's just better at movies than DC is, and DC's better at the cartoons.
The thing is, though, I feel like DC. The thing I have with DC, I feel like there are good movies in there, in the mess of stuff they've come up with, because, like I said, all the characters, like a lot, not all of them, a lot of the characters are really good and really well written, but the rest of the story is always a mess. Like Batman versus Superman.
And the directors aren't.
Yeah. Do you know what we needed less of in Batman vs Superman? Zack fucking Snyder. I didn't need his thumbprint over every fucking cell.
The thing is, I'm just completely baffled by Zack Snyder dropping the ball so badly with the story, because his adaptations of 300 and Watchmen are 2 of the most amazing and faithful comic book adaptations I have ever seen.
Do you know what?
I don't know how he managed to take The Death of Superman and The Dark Knight Returns, 2 of the greatest stories ever for the respective heroes, mash them together and make it into such a train wreck.
Do you know what they really need? More dream sequences.
Okay, the dream sequence was really cool, though. It was I think that was one of the coolest things in the film, probably because
they were mostly pointless. You're
listen,
right. They did have it.
Most of the story was pointless. Most of the story was a mess. I will take some really cool sequences showcasing the future of the cinematic universe over the messy story that like loses track of what it's about right towards the end.
Yeah, I suppose you understand what you're saying.
Plus, Flash's cameo there was the fucking coolest thing in the
Yeah.
whole movie.
I always used to tell this story about what the problem with Batman vs Superman is. I went to the restroom twice for 10 minutes each, missed nothing.
Yeah. The fight scenes were really well done, but that's pretty much par for the course for Zack Snyder. The guy is really good at making visually appealing fight scenes.
Yeah, a superhero movie with good fight scenes. That's not going to save you anymore.
I still think I think it's a good movie. I just think that it could have been better. It could have been a lot better. It's definitely I put it on my list.
Could have been worse too, to be fair.
I did put it on my list of the best superhero movies ever, or comic book movies ever, and I stand by it. I think it deserves praise, but I also think that we need to let DC know that there are some problems and that they need to start improving so that they can reach a wider audience. The thing with the fans is, the fans don't want that. They are totally okay with settling with mediocrity because they're just, I think at this point they're just completely bitter. They're just really bitter that Marvel has been having such great success for a better part of a decade. DC hasn't really been doing much. Like, there wasn't a Wonder Woman movie. Wonder Woman had never appeared in a movie. Superman was dormant for years. Christopher Nolan ended Batman with kind of a very a mixed bag of a movie.
I suppose
Green Lantern sucked ass. Like, DC just was not doing so well.
Do you know what Dark Knight Rises needed less of? Chris Nolan.
Yeah.
What?
The original Dark Knight, The Dark Knight and Batman Begins are, well, I'd say Dark Knight is a lot better than Batman Begins, but that's just me. But they were actually really good because of their style, but they don't go overboard with it. But you get to a point in Dark Knight Rises where it's just oozing with Chris Nolan's style, and it's just like, okay, let's take a step back for a moment. Where's the superhero?
I do have to say though that Bane is great. I
like Bane in that movie, yeah.
Who doesn't like Bane? I'm gonna get Bane up. Let's get Bane up.
Right, but
yeah, DC fans just do not want to hear any criticism. They want to settle for mediocrity. They don't want DC to improve. They want DC to keep making these dark, miserable, unfun movies because they think it's better and more mature than the stupid silliness of Marvel.
Oh, my movie is better than yours.
That's why I say the cartoons are better, because at least the cartoons have gotten some of that actual, charm to it.
The cartoons have that mix of comedy and maturity that the Marvel movies have too, when the Marvel movies are good. When the Marvel movies are good and when the DC animated series and movies are good, they mix comedy and maturity wonderfully. DC's live-action movies are just dark and gritty. They think darkness and grit is a substitute for good storytelling. They have all these good characters, but they have them in these miserable, messy stories where little fun happens. That's why I think Suicide Squad was kind of a step in the right direction. Because
if it was edited better, it probably would have been good.
Yeah, I'll admit that it was a mess of a movie. I can see why people don't like it, but I do appreciate that they seem to be having more fun, and we had a lot of great characters. Deadshot, Harley, and Diablo are definitely standouts, and I fucking pissed Diablo died. I'm so fucking mad.
Whoa, spoiler, man.
Whoa, spoilers, man. Don't spoil it,
Listen, he's the coolest character in the movie. Of course they're going to kill him. Well, besides Will Smith.
This is a DC movie. They're not allowed to have any fun.
Yeah, you know what? That's why Will Smith had to go back to jail at the end of the movie, because no fun allowed.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't kill Will Smith. Will Smith, I bet you anything, Will Smith thinks this was a really weird moment in his career.
Honestly, I really hope they bring Will Smith back for more, because I think this is one of the best performances I've ever seen him as.
I hear he's like the best part of the movie.
Him, Margot Robbie, and the guy who played Diablo are the three best characters. Well, and Viola Davis, but she. I don't think I need to say that she's great. She fucking owns Amanda Waller. You can tell you don't fuck with her.
Yeah, man. She's
the guy who played
DC canon.
The guy who played Croc, I loved him too, but he doesn't. He gets like maybe 7 lines in the whole movie, but every time he opens his mouth, he's hilarious.
I mean, he's Killer Croc. They're not going to give him a lot of lines. He's not exactly a smart person.
I was just so happy to see him finally in live action, and the fact that they used makeup and stuff instead of CGI. And,
yeah, sometimes with that thing, people really want to do CGI for this instead of doing practical effects.
I'm glad that they went with practical for him. I think that was a smart move.
I think after Guardians of the Galaxy, it really opens the door for superhero effects to be more practical.
Yeah,
So
or
happy.
at least the makeup to be more practical.
Yeah.
I would say it that way.
right. Everyone wants to do these big CGI effects and such, and I think Ghostbusters, new Ghostbusters movie, probably would have been just a little bit better if they had practical effects.
Probably. And maybe a few rewrites of the script.
All of it.
A few dozen rewrites, yeah.
And maybe didn't like try to rush off the coattails of another movie.
Yes, but let's get back to something that isn't Ghostbusters.
God damn it, we did it again.
All right, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Suicide Squad was a step in the right direction, but even so, DC fans are getting so pissy that people are criticizing it, and it needs to be criticized because even though I think it's a step in the right direction, it's still got a lot of flaws.
Movie.
I love Suicide Squad, but I will admit it's a very flawed film. It has a lot of problems, and they need to be addressed for future DC films, or they're going to keep getting bad critical reception and mixed response from audiences.
I mean,
Exactly.
at this point in time, almost no superhero film is going to do badly in the box office.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we can all agree that things aren't going to be doing badly in the box office for another few years at least.
Actually, until 2018, when the market's going to, when the whole industry is just going to crash.
There's too many big budget tentpole films coming out at the same time. And it's just
in 2018, they've got tentpole, big, huge budget, AAA
Was that the year that
tentpole
Disney
movies.
has a major release every month?
No, it's where every company has a major release almost every week.
Oh God.
Yikes.
I think DC actually Warner Brothers actually scheduled 2 of their movies for the same day.
You stupid bastard.
What? He did what?
Yeah, I think WB, Warner Brothers, they scheduled, I think, a Tomb Raider movie and the Flash movie for like the same week.
Oh, I know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Shit, that's not a competition anymore.
I want the Flash to do well.
I love Ezra Miller.
But the problem
to do well.
I want the Flash to do well.
But the problem is they're going to have a big budget AAA tentpole movie almost every week or almost every other week. That means a movie will have at least a week to make its money back before the next new movie comes out.
This is going to be hell for any moviegoer. I'm just saying that right now.
How am I going to choose what to watch?
So this is going to be a crash for the industry. It's really going to crash the industry.
Not every choice is going to be as easy as Tomb Raider or The Flash. You know what I mean?
But that's by the same company.
You're right. But that just shows off the top of the hand exactly what's wrong with that. You know what most people would rather see? The fucking Flash. You know why? Video game movies are usually
What were
bad.
you asking?
There's been some good video game movies.
Like I said, usually bad.
I can count on one hand probably the
moving now?
good video game movies.
There
Okay.
was
David.
Street
There's
Fighter.
Yep, Street
Street
Fighter.
Fighter's just great to laugh at, though.
Yeah, well,
Street
it's more of
Fighter-
a so bad as
I
good
will
movie.
defend Street Fighter to the ends of the earth because
And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and I think I mentioned this on the show, but I still love the Mario Bros. Movie because it's just so fun to laugh at.
honestly, I don't think that one's that bad either. I think as a kind of dystopian, weird kind of Mario,
We mentioned this last time.
a Mario AU. It's good as a Mario AU.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
that
I'll give a
predates-
pass to that one. Street Fighter, I love. Mortal
Mortal
Kombat was
Kombat.
good.
Or at least the original one.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
was
that's
a
all.
Prince of Persia one that was okay.
Prince of Persia sucked.
Really?
Ace Attorney was good.
Oh, the
Ace
Ace
Attorney
Attorney
doesn't count
movie
because
was fucking
We didn't
fantastic.
get
I
that
think
in
it's the
America.
best
That doesn't
best
count.
video game movie ever made, hands down.
Oh no, it's just so fucking fantastic.
I did hear it was
They
good,
captured
yeah.
the spirit perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah, there's even like the scene where he's looking around looking for the random ass evidence, and he's just holding up random shit, thinking it's maybe evidence.
I know, but I still love to see. There's so much hilarious things in there, like, all right, court adjourned, and the Phoenix screaming.
That's the game. That's pretty much like they
Yeah.
got it
And I
right.
love like when the judge goes to slam the gavel down, and the Blue Badger sticks his hand up.
And it was no one's in the suit. It's
The
just
whole
like the one thing I didn't like about this movie. I don't know why they changed what Red White looked like to like he looked like fucking Howard Stern. Like
I
why?
I don't know why they changed him either.
I don't know what he looks like in the game.
I'll show you what Red White looks like in the game.
I still need to play Phoenix Wright. I'm not a big story guy.
This is a
Red
game.
White in the game. Here's Red White in the game. This is what he looks like. He looks like a complete and total
Oh, fuck.
homosexual.
Wow.
He's just a
Oh
big
yeah, I've
fancy
seen
man.
pictures of this guy before.
And
Never
here he
mind.
is. Here he is in the movie. This is him right here in the movie. Can you see the resemblance?
The
Wow.
tie.
What the hell? That's not even close.
Okay, guys, kids went to bed.
That looks like one of those reblog if you think the girl on the left is just as beautiful as the girl on the right.
But Phoenix Wright is an odd case in terms of localization, because everyone likes to complain about games getting localized. They like to complain, oh, they changed this and they changed that. The game's ruined because they changed this.
No one talks about how they added memes to Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, they'll complain about a game having memes to it. Oh, like they complained about the localization of what was it, Bravely Second, and I don't know if you know this, but the actual Bravely Second script for the Japanese version is full of Japanese memes.
There's
And
Japanese memes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well, yeah,
WarioWare
of course.
guy
Japan
draws
had
them.
memes.
The WarioWare guys draws them.
But
I
It's
didn't
really
know
funny.
Japan had memes.
the script for the actual Japanese version is full of memes.
Can I just say that I didn't know that Japan had memes?
That's
Well,
right.
everywhere has memes, but Phoenix Wright,
Memes, the DNA of the soul, man.
Phoenix Wright, no, they didn't put memes in there, but there's a lot of puns and jokes. That's because the Japanese version is full of so many Japanese puns and jokes and references that the game, if it was just translated straight, it wouldn't make sense to American players unless they're the most hardcore of weebs.
Oh, I totally understand the reference to every anime ever made.
But there's so many old school Japanese puns and memes, and
Like you can,
there's Japanese puns and stuff with names that we wouldn't get. We wouldn't get this kind of pun.
like we live in an era where if you have an anime reference another anime and people get it over here, we live in top class things that people are understanding. You think people are going to understand a bunch of Japanese jokes that make absolutely no sense to American audiences? Hell no. You know what I mean? It's who's stapling their balls to their legs?
Right. I have the one of the Phoenix Wright manga right here. I have a copy of that, and they have in the back where they talk about the translation notes. And they say right here, Japanese is a tricky language for most Westerners, and translation is often more art than science. For your edification and reading pleasure, here's no. But they use a lot of cultural references and translations. They for the Japanese versions of these games, they use a lot of cultural idioms, old sayings and stuff that we wouldn't get. Like old sayings and stuff. For instance, in the Japanese version in this chapter in the manga, a character is talking about the underside of somebody's nose growing. Like in the Japanese, she says that the underpart of Larry's nose is growing. This is a reference to the Japanese idiom wherein the underside of a nose being long indicates that a man likes the ladies. That's the kind of humor and stuff they use in these games, in the Phoenix Wright games. They use a lot of puns and idioms, and that wouldn't make sense to American audiences. So when they localize the game, they replace these with English puns and idioms, such, so that we can understand what the hell they're talking about and get the joke.
It, it truly is a no-win situation with translations, in that there's no right answer that's going to please everyone. Hardcore weebs are always going to be upset that you change things, unfortunately.
Yeah, and like this is true for a lot of other games. There's other things that we're not going to get. Like there's just certain things that most American audience won't get, and unfortunately, this would turn off a number of people from the games.
Like, do you know what we really need? A really dry script. It's just going to be a DC movie.
Oh, right.
I'm looping it back around to the old subject.
But that's what the script would look like. It'd look very dry and wouldn't make much sense if you just had a straight translation. Not many things would make sense.
Try telling that to weebs.
Yeah.
It is like a DC movie. It's very dry. A lot of things don't make sense, and yet people are going to want that anyway.
Right, and it's like the recent Fire Emblem game had a lot of things changed in the script. Unfortunately, some of the jokes were replaced with memes. And as that one Capcom translator said, please refrain from driving to meme country when translating a game. Don't go to meme country. That's true. Don't replace a joke with a meme. But
why are you just staying on a picture of Francisca von Karma, by the way?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to. I'm going to edit it to make into a thumbnail.
I love Francisca von Karma.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I want her to whip me and then step on me.
Okay, Steven.
Wow.
Do I need to kink shame you?
I expect that from Michael, not you. Hold on a moment. We're getting into some deep territory. All right. Drop whatever we're talking about. Let's talk about Steven's fetishes.
No, I don't want her to step on me, but the whipping, maybe.
I mean,
well, come on. I think we all
want Jerry Hahn to step on me, so it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Ace Attorney, the new game's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, I'm so hyped for that. It's gonna be.
I already have the money on my account for it.
I don't. Okay, I'm not much of a story guy in games. If I'm watching if I'm playing a game for story, I usually just watch a Let's Play.
Yeah, that's something you would have to do for Phoenix, right? Because the Ace Attorney games are just straight up story.
The only games I play for their story is Kingdom Hearts, and that's sort of a weird one because I also really enjoy its gameplay.
Yeah, but Phoenix, right? If you just play games for story, for that one you would want to play a Let's Play of, unless you really like the gameplay, which there's not too much of.
I'm just not much of a visual novel guy.
Unless you like trying to figure out the contradictions in the puzzle, of everything.
It makes me feel smart when I can do it without a guide.
Which I'm really worried that I'm going to end up hating Persona 5 when it comes out, because I'm more of a gameplay than story guy. But I've been a big supporter of the Persona series from far from a long time, so I finally want to dive in and try it out. This may turn out badly.
Yeah. Right. But I've been a fan of the Phoenix Wright games for years. Yeah. Since they've really been over here, I've been a fan of the games.
Same.
Another great visual novel series that I absolutely love.
Danganronpa.
Well, but that's not what I was going to talk about. But I do enjoy those, and I finally got around to playing them.
I hear it's pretty similar to Phoenix Wright, isn't it?
In some ways, yes. In most ways, no.
Oh, okay.
It's different enough.
All right.
It's different enough to be. It's really, really its own thing. It really is a lot different. That's the new one, Spirit of Justice. That's the new one coming out. But no, and another game series, visual novel series that I love is the Zero Escape series.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that exists.
Whoa,
They're
don't be
good.
so dismissive, Polio.
No, I legitimately forgot it was a thing that existed.
Yeah, Zero Escape. I love that. 999.
It's so
one of my favorite
obscure
games.
in
I still
America.
haven't beaten that.
It's 999 has to be one of my favorite DS games.
I hear it's really good.
It's so great. I just absolutely love it. Pull that up, Michael. 999. No, do not spell it out. German 9.
999.
All right, hold on.
999. I love 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. No, Michael. No. 999, as in the number, you bastard.
I was just expecting Steven to type in, Steven doesn't let me have any fun.
9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. The Zero Escape series is just fantastic.
And everyone dies. High
pretty-
five.
Not everyone dies.
I know, because I haven't played the game. You're going to have to excuse me for giving out fake spoilers.
The sequels are great, and they finally released the third game, which was a game that nobody thought they were going to make because the second game didn't sell too well. It sold all right,
How do they translate these? No one, with all due respect, I know you guys really like this series, but I'm actually really surprised this was translated. There's a lot of text, and it doesn't sell well in America.
Actually, it sold pretty well. Actually, it sold better in America than it did in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the third game was made with a Western audience in mind, which is why it's more violent and depicts more violence than the previous two.
I wonder if just because the market in Japan is moving away from visual novels and moving more towards gameplay-oriented experiences.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know about that. And I just still love visual novels over there. They still make plenty.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
But yeah, the series did very well in America, better than in Japan. That's why the third one is made more with American audiences in mind. Come on, Michael.
What? What's he doing? What's Michael doing?
He's being a dick again.
Paige is in bed right now.
Adorable. But 9 hours under. The third game was one that I'm really glad that got released. The second game was called Virtue's Last Reward. In Japan, and the Japanese name for it was called Good People Die.
Hey, isn't that lady the titty lady from the first game?
No.
There are a lot of those, isn't there?
They have one in each game, yes.
Why is Bane in this game?
Why is Old Man Jenkins in this game?
Actually, spoiler, but the old guy is the main character from the first game.
What the fuck? Is this more of that time travel interspace dimension bullshit?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Isn't that the?
I still listen. I still haven't beaten the first game. So no spoilers. I mean,
But it's a great series. Yeah, in Japan, the second game was called Good People Die.
What?
Which is
that is a really blunt title. Wow.
Yeah, so in America it's called Virtual Last Reward. The third game is called Zero Time Dilemma.
It's like having a game that says they die at the end. What the hell?
No, everyone can survive.
Well, it's like isn't there a movie called John Dies at the End?
There's a book called that too.
Is it a good book, or is it a satire, or what is that book? I always see it and don't know anything about it. Okay, I'm alone again.
I don't know.
We can talk something we like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have my ASMR voice on.
You have an ASMR voice.
Yes,
Sexy.
this one.
ASMR. I have no idea what that is.
The one I'm doing right now. You know,
Nice.
the one I'm doing right now. If you
Nice.
if you can hear it. Though.
What am I looking at, Hugh?
What do you?
Kitty! 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 Kitty!
This is Poof. Say hi, everybody.
Poof.
Hi, Poof! Poof!
Oh, let me see the cat.
Yes, I'm a grown man melting into a puddle at the side of a kitty.
Hi,
Don't worry, everyone melts into the puddle at the side of at the side of poop.
I want to
Do
decide a
something-
pitch too.
All right. I showed this to Michael earlier, but
Sorry.
have any of you ever bought something and gone, "Why am I buying this? I am a grown adult."
Yes.
All
Every
the
day
time,
of my
every day
life.
of my life, every time I spend money.
So I'm going to show you something. This is something when I bought it, I had to stop for a moment and go, "Wait, I'm a 23-year-old man." So here it is. I showed it to Michael earlier, but here it is.
Oh, dude, that's so cool!
What is that? Whoa.
Too bad she's the worst Blue Ranger.
Hey, bite your fucking tongue.
You
Ow.
can kiss my ass. Ninja Storm wasn't that good. I thought it
Ninja
was
Storm
alright.
was great. There were some direction choices that were really odd, and the musical direction could have been a lot better.
Sorry, Stephen. I don't actually think that. I've come to realize that I'm the most interesting when I'm the antagonist to you guys' opinions.
Oh, so you're just being an asshole. Okay.
I'm the antagonist to Michael's opinion, so I have to be the antagonist to someone else's opinions.
So you're the
Michael
asshole.
hasn't said any opinions all podcast, and I have to.
Ninja Storm's great, and it has one of my favorite Power Rangers theme songs.
I will. Power Rangers. Ninja Storm has some of my favorite suits.
Oh yeah,
See
some
that.
great suit designs for that Sentai. Yeah.
Those Thunder Rangers. Those are some sexy suits.
Oh shit, what was that one called?
The
Hurricane.
Navy Blue Ranger is one of my favorite.
Oh yeah. Let's
is one
see.
of my
What was it?
favorites.
Hurricane Sentai. Shit. What was that?
Shinanger. Shinanger?
No. You're thinking of Ninninger. And that's Shuriken Sentai
new one.
Ninninger. That's that was last year's Sentai.
Oh, and it's becoming a Power Ranger series now soon.
Yes, Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
I'm sorry, we're talking about Power Rangers. We're alienating.
Why am I hearing bubbling sounds? What?
That's just my phone.
All right, but if you're going to play on your phone, can you please mute?
Sorry. Alright, I'll
yeah.
just turn it down a little. I'll turn it down. There we go. There we go.
Oh, it was Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger.
Hurricaneger, right? Because it was Ninja Storm. Right. That makes sense.
That was it. Ninpu
although
Sentai.
That was during the era when they, in order to make it a Power Ranger series, they just had Force or Storm to everything.
Yeah. well, Wild Force, that was done by Saban. That was the last. Time Force, Wild Force, those were the last two done by Saban brand.
Well, not anymore.
Before Disney got Power Rangers.
Man, Disney Arrow gets a bad rap.
Disney era does get a bad rap. There were some pretty good Power Rangers in there. One of the worst was in there, but
it did have the worst one, but it also had the best one, so I think it balances.
Which one do you think is the best one?
RPM, dude.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's a Power Ranger series that takes place in the fucking apocalypse.
Yes.
The actual robot uprising has happened. They lost.
They do not shy away from the fact that most of humanity is dead. They do not shy away from that at all.
Your mentor basically lived a Vault-Tec life from.
Yeah. The person who invented the Power Ranger technology in this series is a child who was kidnapped as a youth and forced to make technology for an evil corporation.
It's a Vault-Tec life. It's straight out of Fallout. It's so good.
And literally, she's the one that causes the end of the world while she was trying to escape, but she was supposed to use an inhibitor on it, but that didn't happen by accident. So, she got captured right before she was able to stop the virus, and it went out of control.
RPM is a series that made me realize that most of my favorite series do not have my favorite theme songs.
Yeah, that one had a bad theme song, too.
It wasn't bad, it just wasn't fantastic. I mean, anything is good after Operation Overdrive and
Operation Overdrive!
And Mystic Force.
Mystic Force was okay for the
Mystic
theme
Force
song.
was probably second worst.
No, Mystic Force was an okay series.
No, I mean, theme song.
Oh, theme song, yeah.
Mystic Force I actually like Mystic Force. My friends really hate it, but I actually like it. Maybe it's because they just have my favorite suits.
Yep. Oh yeah, Mystic Force has some great suit designs, but I will tell you my absolute favorite Power Ranger theme song. It will always and forever be Power Rangers Turbo.
Yeah, I can give you that.
Mighty engines roar, turbocharged for more.
I think
Go.
Demi needs to say something. I'm sorry.
She looks bored.
She's eating on stream. We've upset her. I'm sorry, Demi.
It's just we're a
Is
couple
that
nerds.
a real show?
Yes.
Yes, they're all real shows. Power Rangers is stupid.
I've watched every single episode. I marathoned the entirety of Power Rangers. That's on
And
the.
it's so good.
Oh God, yes, it's so fucking good. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next series, Ninja Steel.
Then we find out they're also rebooting Big Bad Beetleborgs, and it's just.
Oh God, that would be terrible.
No.
So I am sad.
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Please no.
Michael.
Michael would rather watch. There's so many things he would rather watch than Big Bad Beetleborgs again. But
His own birth.
Yeah.
Times on repeat.
I am sad that they're skipping one of my favorite Sentai for the ninja one. They're skipping trains.
Oh, they are
They're
skipping
yeah.
Tokager?
Yeah.
Tokager?
No, Resha Sentai Tokuger.
I think it's just because it's too silly. Or they're trying to catch up.
I fucking love the trains. The trains are great, and the Sixth Ranger is the best.
Or because they couldn't work with the color swapping mechanic.
I don't know, maybe. But I absolutely love Tokuger. Tokuger was so freaking great.
Anyway, we really should let Demi say what she needs to. I'm sorry.
Hold on one sec. Oh.
The spotlight is on you, girl. You gotta say something.
Okay, yeah, this isn't
Apparently
the
something
easy.
so amazingly stupid that you just had to bury your face in your hands.
Yes.
All the time, every day. I go on Tumblr.
Oh. Well, he's not wrong.
No, like, let me put this in.
So what is it that's so amazingly
Stupid. It's in the chat. I can't look at the chat. Someone look at the chat for me.
Oh yeah, fiction is reality. Anti-shippers are idiots.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
We can open up the door to this. Isn't?
Oh my God, fiction is reality. I saw that.
I love that blog is quickly becoming a laughing stock. I love it.
Hold on, I can actually pull that
That
up.
could become a new copy pasta. That is so stupid. It could.
I love that blog is very quickly becoming a laughing stock outside of its own community.
Well, okay. We can open the door to an actual discussion about how terrible communities how good shows can go into bad communities. Would that be an actual discussion that everyone could participate in?
I gotta link this post that one blog that I love to follow did. I gotta link this
Steven
post.
Universe Official.
No, that blog is no more.
I know.
It's now what Girl Cock official. Was it Girl Cock
Delivery Service or something?
Yeah.
God damn, Corky, stop cheating on me.
But when he changed his URL and the old one went down, people were like, "Yay, he's dead! He's gone! The evil has been defeated."
He's probably just going back to the egalitarian because he saved that URL intentionally.
Yeah, the moment he got off Steven Universe Official, somebody snatched it up.
He should have known that was going to happen.
He probably didn't.
Michael, I linked this post. I just love this post.
Where is it?
It's in the chat.
Oh, the Skype one? Alright, hold on a sec.
Hey, who wants to talk about murders?
I was editing our thumbnail.
Who wants to talk about murders?
That's one of my favorite things from I Am Daisy.
Video.
I Am Daisy's Who wants to talk about murder?
Boosh! No! It's symbolic. Oh, because he's gay.
Oh yeah, fiction is what happened to the Voltron fandom. Fiction is reality. Such a
See, I'm
freaking
so
great.
glad I don't watch this show now.
Well, the Voltron fandom is a spicy cesspool of scum and villainy.
I remember the days when it was pure,
I
when it
don't.
was innocent,
I came into this
when I
fandom late.
didn't want to kill myself.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, he also says in another post. Remember when the Voltron fandom mostly consisted of '80s kids that believed the Power Rangers was a ripoff? Those were better days.
Okay, Voltron Force was a good show.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was good.
Voltron was a pretty good show for the
No,
'80s. Yeah.
not the Voltron. Voltron Force.
Plants
The early
different one completely stupid.
the
Wait,
2006
Voltron
one.
Force? Oh, the 2000s. I thought that one came out in 2010.
Okay, it's 2000 something.
2011.
Smartass.
Yeah, 2011. That one was from 2011. Yeah.
I thought that show was good.
You know
Huey,
what? The original Go Lion wasn't very popular in
can the original
Japan.
Go Lion get a reboot?
Yeah, the original Go Lion wasn't very popular. I don't know if it ever got rebooted.
Can the original Go Lion get a reboot? I think that'd be interesting.
I wonder
think
if
that
they'll.
might be cool. Wasn't there a lot of weird shit in that original
Yeah.
series
It was
that
all-
got
it was
totally thrown out
bloody,
the window
too.
when they translated it?
They pull a lot of violent stuff out of the early '80s animes when they brought him over. There was a lot of stuff like, oh, he escaped in a plane. There's no one in danger right now. Let's blow this up.
Do you know what? Do you know what the worst part of watching any old anime is nowadays? Non-union voice acting.
Oh,
Ah!
you know one of my favorite old '80s, 70s, '80s anime?
I've been rewatching G Gundam. Oh my
Oh God, G
god.
Gundam.
I
You know what, Mom?
love G Gundam.
Have any of you ever watched Star Blazers?
Blazers?
I feel
Yes.
like I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. What is
You
it?
know the American adaptation of Battleship Yamato.
Nope.
You-
Have you seen what was the
But
was
that
that-
one definitely had a lot of moments in the translation. It was like, look, he was able to escape in time on that plane. Let's blow up the island because there's no one on it now.
It's so good. I love
I think
when 80s anime do that
I
thing
think
where they're just
I
like
think in Go Lion, one of the characters actually dies, and like they say he's just in the hospital for right now.
Shio died. Shio died in the original.
Yeah, and then like his twin brother is the one that becomes in. They say that's just him returning in Voltron. They say,
I mean,
oh,
to
he's
be
back.
fair, that trope where a character dies and the twin brother comes in to replace it is it's a plot point so bad. I'm glad it was parodied in Beer Fest.
Oh God, I love that.
Kashi and Rio, I swear to God.
But yeah, I fucking love they parried that in Budapest. But yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, there was no physical difference between Takashi and Rio.
Yeah.
Really?
I swear to God, there was no difference between them.
Yeah, they just brought his twin brother in and said that's him. But yeah, in the American version, they just said, oh, he's back from the hospital now.
Well, they did the same thing in Gundam 00. They did the same thing in Beer Fest, which is the
I
first time
love
saw
that
it.
they parried that in Beer Fest.
That
Yeah.
was-
I'm not a landfill. I'm Chad. My friends also happen to call me landfill. And if you guys want, you guys call me landfill.
That was fucking great.
It's such a good. That movie's so stupid, and I love
You know,
it so much.
I also got the nickname landfill because I could chug a beer like it's nobody's fucking business. I could chug a pitcher of beer.
And we're talking about movies again. I'm surprised Steven didn't jump in.
What movie are you talking about?
Beer Fest.
What is that about?
Low grade comedy about a competition of beer drinking.
Oh, it was made by that one comedy troupe. What do they call it? What was it? Brooklyn Lizard or something?
If you've ever seen that scene where the guy hits a ping pong paddle into a beer glass, shatters it, and then the dude takes a bite out and goes, "Warriors didn't go to that. Hey, fucks." That's what that movie's from. That's what that's from.
That's a fucking hilarious movie, but yeah, they do parody that. I'm his twin brother. I'm here to replace him. He died, but I'm here to replace him. They parody that, but yeah, that's something they did for the. But yeah, back in the early '80s anime, they really censored a lot of death and stuff and said he got out just in time. He's in the hospital now. He's not going to return, but he's in the hospital. He definitely didn't die.
Well, keep in mind, even in the early 2000s, that happened a lot. Remember 4Kids, guys?
Oh God.
How dare you? Also, I put something in the chat. How dare you, though?
Remember that scene where Bandit Keith jumps up onto the podium where Pegasus is and points at him angrily?
Yeah,
That's my favorite one.
yeah.
There's a lot of angry
He
voices.
points at his head, and there's no gun there. He's so good.
Oh, nice, Josh Keaton. Hey, but yeah, they do that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my fucking god, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had so much things there. They edited out violence and stuff. Instead of seeing somebody died, he got sent to the Shadow Realm.
Okay, but that made the series charming in a really corny way.
Yes, it
Actually,
did.
I think you're right. I think in a strange way, I think I can't unwatch the original Yu-Gi-Oh in Japanese. It takes itself really seriously, but in the English version, it's comedically seriously because
Yeah.
it's
You don't
so
know about
stupid.
children's card
that
games. Lighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
The joke, I feel like there's this unspoken joke in the original series, like, this is extremely serious real-life problems. But in actuality, it's something really, really stupid.
And that's how they take it in the English dub. They
You don't know about
really toned down the seriousness in a great way.
But it's so good because all the characters are still played straight.
Yeah.
It's still played totally straight, and I would have it no other way.
I feel like if Yu-Gi-Oh was made any other way, it would honestly have sucked and no one would remember it. But the fact that I think Dan Green really helps make the series.
Oh yes.
Dan Green and the guy who voices Brock, his Sando Kaiba is so entertaining.
Who's the one that voices Joey?
God.
Wayne
Some
Grayson,
4Kids
Wayne
voice
Grayson.
actor. I think he's the same guy who ended up voicing Sanji in One Piece.
I think he also
Nice.
voiced Pyrus in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, that fucking show. Oh my god, me and my brother watched that recently.
I love that
We
show.
went through that again
That show
recently.
aged so bad.
But in the
my
best
God.
way. It aged so badly in the best way.
By the way,
It's totally
if you
radical.
ever get a chance, if you ever want to see a Yu-Gi-Oh series that's legitimately well done, go watch Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. It's actually really good.
Yeah, they did that show really
Unironically.
well.
I know.
Yeah.
That,
But then there's Zexel.
Zexel is real
Then
bad.
four kids had just ruined 5Ds and
Oh, don't you worry. I'm gonna save that rant for another time. But
4Kids, oh my god, but 4Kids. Some of their shows were just so bad. They did some good things, but the editing to remove out violence was
did
absolutely
you guys ever
the
see
worst.
Chaotic?
Oh my god.
Chaotic, I feel like, was one of their few things that they're like, I'm legitimately all for them doing this. Chaotic was actually a really good show. It's a card game anime that takes takes everything wrong with card game animes and removes it.
Yeah.
It still has a sort of lighthearted nature, and it's still basically about the card game, kind of, but instead of being this world is controlled by the card game, or if you do not play the card game, you will die a horrible death or something.
I put something in the chat.
Chaotic takes the route of, so there's a lore in our series, in our card game series, let's explain that.
Yeah. I remember when were they trying to make just card game animes just to sell cards?
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, I do.
Does nobody remember, what was that one, Duel Masters?
Oh, Duel Masters is a great series. I want to know the craziest thing about that series. Okay.
What?
All right. I love telling the story about how this went off the rails. So if you've ever watched the English dub of Duel Masters, its first couple episodes are played totally straight, and the rest of the series is basically an abridged version of the Japanese dub.
Yeah, it pretty much is. But you know what? I never saw any cards for them on sale in my town outside of a book fair at the library one time.
I used to collect them and duel them. It wasn't a very good card game, but do you
No,
know
it
why it's
wasn't.
not a very good card game? Okay,
Because it
so
was
in the
made for an anime.
well, in the manga, do you know what card game they're playing?
What?
Magic the Gathering.
No, really?
Yeah,
That's the same thing as Yu-Gi-Oh, though.
and the manga, it's no, actually, Yu-Gi-Oh had its own card. Well, actually, didn't even have a card game in the manga. It just sort of had vague rules that they threw out. But the way
Yeah.
it works there are 3 totally different versions of Duel Masters: the Magic the Gathering manga, the serious anime, and the abridged anime.
Yeah, that's right. They play basically Magic in the manga. That's right. So they made up this weird ass card game for the anime, so they could sell a card game.
It actually had some cool ideas. Basically, you couldn't get land screwed because you had to use your cards that you had in your hand as mana.
Yeah.
So basically, if you pull a lot of really high cost stuff really early, you're basically throwing them into your mana.
But in the I mentioned this last episode, but the 90s through the early 2000s is really when they were really when TCGs were really popular. Were really bursting in popularity. I mean, you had Magic, you had Yu-Gi-Oh, you had Pokemon card game. Those were really the big 3 at the time. And so everyone decided they wanted to hop in on that train. So literally everything was getting a card game, and they were making card game animes to make cards of. Like the Duel Masters anime.
Be glad we never got into that alternate universe where the Pokemon trading card game had its own anime.
Oh god, that would have been
That would have been so bad.
But they literally were doing that though. Like everything had a card game. I mentioned last episode that Neopets and Mighty Beans of all things had a card game.
Mighty Beans.
Yeah, I mentioned that last time. Those had card games. Michael even has a card that I sent him. A Mighty Beans card I sent him.
Toontown has a trading card game.
Yeah, they were making card games of anything because collectible trading card games, they got really big in popularity at the time, so everything was trying to make one. Everyone had one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Yu-Gi-Oh! Never mind, that's not what I'm going to say. Dragon Ball
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Z
had a trading card game, you're right.
Dragon Ball Z had one.
They brought it back recently.
They brought it back recently, yeah.
I wrote something in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. Can you imagine if Yu-Gi-Oh! Was dubbed by anyone else nowadays? Yeah, it wouldn't have the same charm at all. No, but Naruto had one. I actually played that with my brother. We played that, and I actually went in a couple tournaments.
Was it as terrible as it looked? It looked really bad.
It's really confusing and weird.
Because I have a couple cards from that because there was one of the video games came with like 4 or 5 of them.
It's really weird because everything's divided into lanes.
Okay.
It's really weird, and you have to have a certain amount of ninjas in each lane, and you can only switch them at certain points.
Remember the World of Warcraft trading card game?
Yeah, they tried to make one of that. Like literally every anime they tried to do one. Yu Yu Hakusho had one.
Oh my god.
The only time I ever saw cards of it was at a Goodwill. They had like a box. They had a big box of like of the cards of like booster packs and card boxes.
Now, actually.
Maybe Bleach. I think Bleach had one.
I don't think Bleach had one. Bleach didn't get popular for another couple of years after that.
Oh, I think Bleach had a card game. I don't know. One Piece might have had one.
One Piece definitely didn't. One Piece didn't get popular in America until Funimation started. Actually, One Piece.
No,
they
didn't have one.
America, to be fair.
So many things had these card games, and literally everything had a card game. I still got some of these cards from some of these card games.
Oh, Zatch Bell had a card game. I remember
Zatch Bell had one.
I remember that.
Does anyone here remember Zatch Bell?
Oh my God, Zatch Bell was so good.
I think didn't Full Metal Alchemist have a card game?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Zatch Bell had one of the best English dubs of all time, by the way.
Oh yes, it did. But yeah, literally everything had a card game. And they're doing that again now. They're bringing that back where they're trying to make card game animes. What was that? One of the recent ones was Vanguard.
Card Fight Vanguard.
Yeah, one of the popular ones now. I don't think it has an anime. I think it's just a card game.
Choose
Is
card body fight.
no, Force of Will. I don't think it has an anime, but
Oh yeah, I
it's
saw
a
that
card
at
game.
a card shop when I was in St. Louis. Yeah.
Force of Will. The best way to describe that card game is basically it's Magic the Gathering with anime girls.
That sounds horrible.
Don't worry, there's some Bishonens in there.
That sounds worse.
But it's mostly pretty anime girls.
There are some pretty anime girls in Magic the Gathering.
More than.
I want
But
Liliana
it's
to
There's a
basically.
step
lot
on
of
me.
pretty girls in Magic the Gathering.
But it's
I want Liliana to step on me.
Wow. But it's
Okay,
basically.
that's it. Do I have to kink shame you all?
No, just
Why am
Steven.
I the one being the least perverted person in the room? This is disgusting.
Well, because there are no furry planeswalkers. Well, no, that's wrong.
There's that werewolf chick who's pretty hot.
I don't know about the werewolf chick. I know there's Tamio, who's kind of one, but she's like a 15-year-old. There's Kiora, who's like a crazy fish lady.
Yeah.
Did that do anything for you?
Force
Fish
of Will.
cloaca?
Force of Will is really it's basically anime girls, lollies, bishonens.
Oh my god! I don't need lolis in anything I consume ever.
Right, but that's basically what Force of Will is. It's freaking hilarious. My brother plays that game.
You see Cappadocia going off his walker?
Freaking card games. Oh my god. I was at the comic book store yesterday buying trading card games when this nerd walked in. No, but there was I was talking to some people at the card shop yesterday, and they were asking, "Oh, what games do you play?" I play one, as in singular. I don't have more than one TCG money. I don't have money to be running more than one card game at once.
I feel really bad because I do play two TCGs, two totally different TCGs.
What do you play?
I play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh.
I play Pokemon, and that's it. I had to pick one. I'm not going to be playing more than. I don't have more than one TCG
If you're gonna
money.
pick one, pick Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, or Pokemon. Honestly, they're the three of the ones in America. They're probably gonna get the most mileage out of them.
Yeah.
There are some other people, like some people play Cyberscape or what have you, or
Force of Will is a popular one that's picking up speed here.
You're right. I saw it at a card shop not that long ago, but you're not gonna have an installed user base like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, or Magic.
Yeah, I was at the anime store buying Pocky when this weeb walked in.
But this fucking weeb walked in, and it's like, what the hell, man?
That's the joke I was making about. I was at the comic book store buying TCGs when this nerd walked in.
It's funny because you do legitimately get dirty looks when you're at a store, which primarily focuses on a specific card game type, and you play a different card game type.
It's a good thing the store I go to sells everything, and they do a lot of everything there.
Well, the store I go to, one of the stores I go to does do both, but like, the one I go to for playing is one that almost everyone there plays Magic. So when I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh or anything, they all give me a stink eye. I'm like,
oh god,
Jesus Christ! And they're like, oh, it's because you're casual. I'm like, you're right.
Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is the game of casuals.
Oh. God.
I hate that casual bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to play your EDH. Sorry, it's a long and boring game. And they're just like,
oh
what
god,
are you
EDH, Jesus
about?
Christ, fucking EDH, Jesus
EDH,
Christ, you're talking about a game that can go on for 4 or 5 hours.
More like eat dicks always.
Yeah. Like playing old school,
that's
playing that.
H, that's an A.
Playing those that form of Magic, like we're talking about a game where you can have four or more people playing at once, and it's a game that can literally last for like 6 hours.
Oh my fucking god! I had a Magic deck. I had an EDH deck just so I could participate, and I intentionally added as many cards as possible that would that would accelerate the game as I could possibly do.
Nice.
There's a card that basically makes it to where no one can gain life and everyone loses half their life every turn. So, which means either I get killed instantly by everyone else turning on me, so I get to leave, or the game gets quartered.
Nice. But it's fucking insane though. It's just pretty. Oh god, what did Manfred say this time? Oh god, this weird ass post. Jesus Christ, this weird ass post. Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Look at this post. This is weird as hell. I don't understand what Mr. Cappadocia is on. I don't know what he's on when he wrote this. I think he was high on cough syrup. I don't know.
Let me put this up for everyone because I love having a laugh at Mr. Cap. He's like one of the cringiest people on this whole website.
But
like Logic D 2.0.
Yeah, but it was like, look at the picture. Just look at the caption above it.
Oh, that's cute though.
But read what he says.
If I ever come and find black people in my living
room, happy that we have her on the.
Going to come along and ask why. And but will be iron well motherfucker. Is it what? What?
Did he get triggered?
I don't know.
I don't know what this post is.
Guys,
what is he on?
Guys, I think Cap got triggered.
He's beyond triggered. He's like
Cap is on something. I don't know.
Michael, put it on the big screen.
I put what on the big screen?
The post. I can't.
We
see
just
it.
did.
I already did. I already saw it. I don't want to look at it ever again.
I'm sorry.
It's still in the chat if you want to see it.
I can't look at the chat though.
Come
because
on.
this app is bunk.
I think Cap got triggered.
I don't. Cap is on something. That's all I can say. Cap is on some magic mushrooms. That's all I can say.
Cap?
Mr. Cappadocia.
Oh, okay.
That man is on something.
I think he got triggered there. I think he was triggered.
I love using that phrase ironically. Only
triggered. I see ship hate triggered.
I know people really hate that shit, but man, that is some funny stuff.
You know, when I see ship hate triggered.
When I see people shipping triggered.
Like, I see people hating on my ships triggered.
Oh, the Demi, you're going like this. I'm going to send this to you. You're going like this post I did.
Oh boy. Oh, hold on. There's another post I got.
Here you go.
What is that Keith's post? Okay, I'm addressed. Hang on, I gotta get something. What is it? It's Keith. Where's the Keith one? Let's see. Oh, went too far. Let's see. Oh, got it. I got it. Here it is. I got it. Here you go. I got one. I got it in the chat right there. Huey, see it.
But yes, enjoy the post I posted. I think it's something you'll like.
Thank you. Huey, I think you'll like what I...
Sorry.
I think you'll like what I posted. Huey.
I'm easily startled. You'll have to forgive me. I'm like a small deer.
Huey, I put something in the chat.
How do I look at the chat on this stupid ass fucking...
Someone put it on the thing for him.
Google
no, it's not funny enough to go on the show.
You stupid fucking Google bullshit who can't get anything to work right and ruin YouTube and fucking...
You want me to send it to you?
I'm mainly using this as an opportunity to rant about Google.
Okay. Okay.
But, Demi, you'll like this post. You'll like this post I made.
Oh, guys, you ready to see the thumbnail for the episode? I just
Yes.
It.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Did you already reblog?
What?
What?
You have no idea how much of a pain it was to edit this.
Is that why you've been quiet for the past 30 minutes?
Yes.
Oh my fucking
Fucking
God.
amazing.
I sent you something.
Why didn't you just do that after the show?
Because it's so. I wanted to show it all to you immediately.
Amazing.
mean,
Amazing. Yes,
I
that
want
is
you-
definitely the thumbnail.
I want you to be aware, by the way, your episode HYH has shit taste, which has the furry art as its thumbnail, had your most views, by the way.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I
I just-
lure them in with furries, but really it's just a bunch of
I
assholes.
sent you something on chat, on Google chat, on Tumblr chat. I sent you something.
There's even a guy who posted this going, I was bravely disappointed after seeing the thumbnail.
I know, that guy's an asshole and I hate him.
Joey, I showed you. I linked you something.
that was misleading.
Ambulance.
I think that
What?
it should be about time to wrap things up. We've been on here for like, what, 2 hours now?
Yeah.
Can I get little Pidge out? Can I get Pidge out for one last time?
No.
What is it?
I'm getting the dog out.
Alright, get your dog
Oh
out.
my God! I just looked at the thumbnail for the last episode, and that's freaking hilarious.
What? Did it go through as is it the Chuck Tingle thing?
Yes, it is. It's the one with the corn.
Everyone say hi to Pidge. Say hi to little Pidge.
I'm actually really surprised I missed your last message that one time. I was in St. Louis. I had my Skype notification turned off for the drive, so I didn't want to. I got it like 6 days later.
Oh yeah, I look at the video right now. I look at that one right now. I gotta stop going to videos just because of how it looks.
Well,
You're drawing in those furries. They're drawing in your own demographic, Steven, and I'm not okay with this.
Hey, I am not a fucking furry, damn it.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Guilty as charged.
Little baby. Say hi,
Mr.
baby.
I'll fuck anything and will and has.
Hi, girl.
Oh, no, I do have my limit.
Yeah. Would you fuck Pukamuku?
No! He is my small friend and I will protect him.
Your small
I'm looking,
anus-faced friend.
You leave my poor booty mouth, sea cucumber, anal fist, reverse creature.
I think for the first 13 or 14 episodes, I had the Knuckles icon. I'm just now looking at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some early installment weirdness right there.
Yes, it was.
But I actually had somebody who found me who looked for me up on Tumblr because they're asking, hey, is this you in this video? Because it's the icon, it's your icon, and like yes, because the Brontosaurus, they found Orgasm Bronto, they saw that and it was like, is this you?
I should just be the one to. I should just make a TV tropes page for the show. And
Yeah, do that. Put
that will require me to actually watch this terrible show. And you know what? I don't want to put myself through that.
Okay, you know what? That's it. You're off the show. That's it. We're canceled. I'm canceling your show. You're canceled.
No, don't cancel me like
Yeah,
Justice.
Somebody
No.
out there, please make a Stephen and Michael wiki and make a TV tropes page.
Yes, please do it.
I really might do
Me
that.
on there.
That might be fun.
Give us a TV tropes page, or I'm firing Hua.
Somebody
might
give us a
actually
wiki. Somebody make the Stephen and Michael show wiki,
I have a
please.
TV tropes account. I could do that.
But
Please.
yes, somebody,
Listen to me.
one of our 10 fans, please make a
Big dumb mouth and gets fired for 10,000 years.
please just make us a TV tropes page or a wiki, the Stephen and Michael show wiki. I said and or a wiki.
It's gonna be a really confusing wiki because it's the S&M wiki, and people are gonna go to it on accident, and they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
That's perfect.
The S&M wiki. intentionally make the logo have like a whip or some chains on it or something.
Yes.
And there's
It has
Benjamin,
to-
a little puppy.
It has to be the orgasm Bronto with with whipping chains.
I think I'm gonna put an orgasming Bronto on one side, and then put Zeno on the other side, and then I'll just put the S&M wiki.
Oh, see,
Yes.
you get hurt.
S&M wiki written in that lace font you see on like barbed wire.
Whoopsie doo.
Alright, I think I gotta wrap this shit up. I have to go to bed. I have work in the morning.
So do I,
Alright.
man. I could probably do this.
Alright, we'll talk to you. Well, this has been a good episode, I think.
Yes, it has.
You know, our later episodes have always had a high level of quality, so, you know, it doesn't surprise me that every single episode we release is a new magnum opus.
Exactly.
I mean, this episode has cute dogs and a cat.
All right.
So
For
this
the
episode
last
is
thing,
automatically better.
I'm going to eat one more jelly bean.
Alright, one more jelly bean.
Yay! Look at the jelly bean.
This one's going to be a real doozy. If I can find that, there's the container.
Eat like 4 of them.
No, Jesus Christ!
Eat like
I'm not
4
a
of them.
masochist.
All of them the vomit flavor.
Alright, David, you're up.
All right, this one's either going to be coconut or spoiled
Or
milk.
like coconut.
Coconut or spoiled milk.
I hope for the purpose of ending this video, it's,
Please let this be coconut. The last time I had spoiled milk, I almost threw up.
okay, I don't want to do that.
A spoiled milk! A spoiled milk!
Oh, that's it. Cut.
Cut it before he vomits.
Cut.
Cut it before he vomits.